Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. Yes! Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Jeremy. This is Jeremy Rewinds, and we are into day 9. Can you believe it? We are that much closer to Christmas, because as of today, we should be somewhere around day 18, give or take, because I'm doing these one every other day. Depends on when it posts, I guess. But every other day, one of these is getting posted. So we should be about roughly almost 20 days. So we are just probably about a week from Christmas at this point. Day 9. Day 8 was the other day. So this is day 9, 9 ladies dancing. This represents the 9 fruits of the Holy Spirit. So let's see what that shows. 9 fruits of the Holy Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. I should probably know those off the top of my head, but I don't.
You failed.
But anyways, that's what they are. We'll go over them one more time. You have joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Wait, that's missing one in there. Love. Forgot love. So in my 12 days of Christmas, obviously we've been unveiling all the things that I picked up over the last couple months, specifically at Rad Weekend. But I also wanted to somehow talk about the reason for the season being Jesus, and as well as expressing somehow I can get it across in a really neat way, which was through the 12 Days of Christmas, which turned out to be a very biblical song. So I've been really enjoying this, and hopefully you guys have as well. So after that, let's talk about day 9. First thing we're going to talk about on day 9 is R-Type for the SEGA Master System. Super fun game. I remember playing it back in the day. I haven't played this copy since I bought it, but she is CIB. She has that really cool little SEGA sticker right there. And let me tell you what, SEGA Master Systems, I feel like I'm looking for like a Super Nintendo, Game Boy, N64. Those games, I get it. The cases, they're gone. They were cardboard. The manuals, they're gone. They're paper, just like the cardboard. The things that survive the most is going to be the cartridge. This is just like a Sega Genesis case. See that?
Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
I don't understand how manuals go missing. I don't understand how cases go missing, but I especially don't understand how manuals go missing. And when I was at Rad Weekend, there wasn't many Master System games there, but boy, when I saw how many were there, again, not many, almost all of them were missing their manuals. I just started making the decision not that long ago that I was going to collect for the Sega Master System, because I think it's a really cool system based on what I've been seeing and playing. But I'm not interested in it without the manual. It's insane. And just recently, Retro Wolf even talked about it on his channel, saying that he's going for PlayStation 2 games. And what he's finding is he even referenced it himself. He goes, if I go through and I buy a copy of this, in the box even, and say this thing's I don't know what this thing, let's just say this is like a $40 game, and I buy it for $30, but then I go to buy the manual so I can complete it and it's $10, I might as well have just waited till I found a CIB copy, because it's still going to be $40, and maybe I can get a little more off, instead of somebody going, well, I already knocked $10 off because it's missing the manual. Sure, sales tactics. Not going to work on me. I'm not interested. I want it CIB so I can then knock some more back off from that price. But again, I don't know what this goes for. I honestly don't even remember what I even paid for it. But again, I do know that I have my percentages that I've told you guys about 1,000 times, and I'm very happy. But again, I didn't get this from Matt. I only mentioned Matt because he was talking about that. I got this from some guy across the room. Very nice guy, nevertheless. So we'll put that into the collection. Next thing I picked up, Mario Party 10 on the Nintendo Wii U. This is the Mario amiibo buried up inside in there. This is factory sealed. I did not want it factory sealed. This has, remember I told you guys about those dumb plastic things, right? I get it. You want to protect your thing, that's fine. It is what it is. I left it in this just because it's already in it, and it doesn't hurt anything to leave it in it. It's just, in my own personal opinion, I think it's stupid. I don't like these things, but I'm just going to leave it in there. It's going to be my rant, my PSA for the day. But I am super excited to have this. Eventually, I am going to rip this open. because whatever it goes for is what it goes for. And unless, of course, a factory sealed one is worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars down the road in comparison to what I paid for it, I'll find a used copy. But otherwise, I'm just going to rip this thing open at some point. But I am excited to have it because I'm a huge Mario Party fanatic. I actually just recently picked up Mario Jamboree for the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if I've showed you guys that yet, but now the cat's out of the bag if I haven't. And yeah, it is what it is. But I haven't even had a chance to open that yet. But that's another one that I'm going to open and play. I've heard a lot of people talk about how fun it is. One of the girls at my office, Angie, she has been saying she and her fiance have been loving to play that game. I got to get on my Nintendo Switch and get her on there so we can all party it together. All right, next thing I picked up, and I recently talked about this a couple days ago with light guns, the Joy-Cons that I picked up at the convention and one that I had gotten on eBay. But one of the other things I was really excited to have found at Really Rad Weekend was Lethal Enforcers on the Sega Genesis. Now this is a big box. You see how big this is compared to my head? Look at that. If I put it from my chin, it goes right off the camera. I gotta go dump down here. Look at that. She big. Woo! But that's because the gun is literally that size. Everything's in here. It's all complete. I really don't want to take it out of the box, but I also want to show you guys that it's all in here. Oh, hold on. There it goes. The reason I don't want to take it out of the box really is because it's kind of a pain to put it back into the box. But here it is right here. The plastic, the game, good label. You've got the justifier, and then underneath the justifier there is, underneath the justifier, Emmanuel. But while I've got it open, I'm going to show you the justifier here. So this would have been available, who's texting me? This would have been available on the Sega Genesis. This game was available on Sega CD. This game was also available on the Genesis, the CD, and the Super Nintendo. And then they also have a copy also on the PlayStation 1. And I might have been also on another Saturn or something like that I can't think of off the top of my head. But either way, the only one I really cared for to have the big box version is on the Sega Genesis, because I had this as a kid. I think my mom found it at a garage sale or something like that, probably for like $0.25. But this guy had this, and not only did he have this in the box, which was in good shape as you can see, he also had the sister gun. Now what's interesting about this, talking about light guns, my brother, if you watch this, he recently got a red one of these. Now this isn't red, they say it's red, but let's face it, that's very pink. Kind of salmon at best, but look at the tip on that. Do you see the end of that thing right there? What does that look like? That looks like a phone cord. You know what that is? This is the Sega Genesis end. Looks just like an Atari end. How do these play together? If you want one player and two player, how are you guys going to play together? You know how you're going to do it? Let me show you. Just recently, we talked about the Panasonic 3DO and how the controllers hook up by daisy chain. Now, if you don't remember what daisy chain is, that's where you take one controller and you plug it into the top or the bottom of the other controller and you play off of that. Guess what this is? You take this phone cord, snap it into there, and now you're playing with power.
Now you're playing with power.
If it was a Nintendo. That's how it works together on the Sega Genesis, the Sega CD. It might have worked the same way on the Sega or the Super Nintendo for all I know. But at the end of the day, I have both guns for Lethal Enforcers. So when my brother does come and visit, he and I can shoot them up and have a good old time on it. Eventually, will I get the Sega CD version? Will I get the Super Nintendo version? I'm sure at some point I will, but right now the systems that I'm hot and heavy for, as I've told you guys, is Nintendo and Sega Genesis above all. And that was a game I had as a kid, and I have so much nostalgia for it. So I'm jacked to have not just the big box, not just the game, but the big box and the sister gun that goes with it. Alright guys, that's going to complete today's video. I don't know how long this thing is because I know I've got some screw-ups in here and hit and miss in here. Anyways, I'm going to edit all that stuff out and it'll be whatever time it's going to be. So we'll see you guys right here next time on day 10 of Jeremy Rewinds of the 10 Days of Christmas. And 10 days is 10 Lords a Leaping. We'll see you then.